If you're struggling to press publish on a video or post as a coach, consultant, or agency owner, then you're probably dealing with the fear of putting yourself out there. And here's what you can do to set yourself free of this fear and make organic marketing finally work for you. Before we dive in, does this sound familiar? You've just written a post, but your mouse is hovering for the past 10 minutes above the publish button. You know you should be putting it out there, but you're so scared to press the damn publish button. Your heart is beating fast, and all you can think about is, oh my god, people are going to see this. What are they going to think? Are my friends going to judge me for this? Are people going to make fun of me? So you find yourself procrastinating and procrastinating. You know that you should do something about this, but you just don't know what's really holding you back. You might have even been taught by the business coaches that the only way to grow your expert business is to send out cold messages every single day, but you're sick and tired of people ghosting you, or even worse, telling you to f, even though all you want to do is help. I know I was. And you know what? Cold messaging is okay if you're a beginner. But you're not a beginner anymore. The fact is that if you keep sending out cold messages, things will not improve for you. In fact, they're just gonna get worse. So it's time for something different. When I was doing strictly cold messages, I hated my life, I hated my business. I was thinking about quitting and getting a job. And the fear of putting my real self out there was so strong that I thought I didn't have a choice. I'm sure you've already invested in courses, programs that teach you how to make posts and videos that get your people, your audience to reach out to you instead of the other way around, but you're not fully using that information and you find yourself almost always holding back. But here's what you need to do to actually make your organic marketing work for you. And no, it's not buying another business course. The first thing you need to do is you need to let go of the fear of rejection. If you're struggling to press publish, the real reason is simply because you're overthinking what other people might think, or rather how they will judge you. Maybe you're afraid to say you are an expert in a certain field, or maybe you're afraid to show up as your full self because you feel like people will call you out or they will judge you and say, you know what, you're not that great. In my case, I really wanted to work with entrepreneurs who were more successful than me, who had teams, and I felt like a fraud because I didn't have a team myself, although deep down I knew that I could help these entrepreneurs. And I even had clients who were more successful than me and also had a team, but still I had this fear of rejection. Later, I was afraid to put myself out there as also a shaman, as an energy healer, and not just a mindset coach, not just a leadership coach. I thought to myself, you know, these people are going to think that it's woo-woo, that I'm doing some weird stuff, and nobody's going to buy from me. But that cannot be further from the truth. If you're too concerned with what other people will think, you're always going to be stifled, and it's going to be virtually impossible for you to consistently grow your business, and it's always going to be stressful. You're always going to feel overwhelmed because there's nothing more exhausting in this world than trying to be something you're not. And when I say that, it literally means trying to be smaller than you actually are. For example, my client Jessica, she's a powerful, intuitive business coach, but everybody in her network knows her as a copywriter. Because she was showing up smaller, she was feeling exhausted by her clients and by her business. So I challenged her to show up as her full self, despite the fear of being rejected. And that allowed her to tap into a level of energy and power and confidence that she'd never experienced before. Which brings us to the next point. Sell yourself on your value, on the value of your services, and other people will see it too. I first learned this from Rich Litvin. The first sale you need to make is selling to yourself on your worth. If you doubt your ability to change someone's life, as long as they take action on the insights, on the guidance that they get from you, people feel it. So the more you stay into this energy of not believing in yourself and of not understanding your value, the more it will cost you over time. And more business coaching is not going to solve that for you. More courses on how to coach is not going to do it for you. The only thing that will is when you start to find those inner resources, that inner confidence, that self-worth, that self-love inside of you, and you shift your identity. You start showing up in your power, in your confidence, everywhere, not just when you're coaching or consulting, but everywhere, in everything you do. Nothing's going to change until then. And selling yourself on your worth has to do a lot with accepting yourself fully and being honest about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Not just towards yourself. This is actually point number 3. Be honest about the things that you're proud of about yourself. Be honest about your weaknesses. Be honest about it with your clients. I have these conversations with my clients all the time. I tell them, look, this is what I'm really good at. This is my weakness. Be honest, be authentic in your posts. The worst thing that you can do right now when you're posting, and probably that's another reason why you're struggling to post, to make these videos, is because you're trying to look quote unquote perfect in your content. And you know you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So you know you're being inauthentic with your content, and it's one of the reasons why you're holding back. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be you. Because people don't buy from perfect people because they don't exist. People buy from people who have the courage to say, this is who I am. Take it or leave it. Right? There's nothing more attractive than somebody who owns their weaknesses. So own your weaknesses. Otherwise, you're still going to struggle with perfectionism for the rest of your life. And that's not a fun way to do business. If you're finding it hard to implement these insights and make them work for you, that tells me that you still have a lot of limiting beliefs around your ability to be successful in business. And there's no way you're going to attract more clients with ease. There's no way you're going to grow your business if you don't get rid of this and you don't step into your power. I mean, think about it. How many business coaching programs have you already invested in? How many more how to coach, how to consult, how to market courses do you need until we really start facing the reality? And the reality is your income is directly proportional to your confidence. Without confidence, there is no income. I knew what I needed to do to grow my business, and still my business was not growing. Nothing changed until I changed from within. And to change from within, you need to heal limiting beliefs around money, around your success. In other words, you need to think like a shaman. And you also need to show up with confidence in your power, whether you're making a post or whether you're coaching or consulting a client. In other words, you need to act like a warrior. I call this the Warrior Shaman Mindset, and it's the absolute best way to consistently grow your business without overwhelm and without stress. After investing tens of thousands of dollars in both business and mindset coaching, I can safely say that there is nothing else like it out there. When you incorporate the Warrior Shaman Mindset in your business, this is what you can expect. If you'd like to know how the Warrior Shaman Mindset can help you let go of self-doubt, of limiting beliefs, so you can consistently grow your business without stress, without overwhelm, there's a link below where you can sign up for a call with me. In 30 minutes, I will show you exactly how to incorporate this mindset in your business and the impact that it will have both on your life and your business. There's nothing to lose. You can only win. You now have a better idea of what it takes to attract your people, your audience. But what do you do once they get on a sales call with you? How can you make sure that you will sell successfully? Well, actually, these principles that I learned from martial arts will make a big difference for you. So watch this video next to learn how to sell confidently. Otherwise, you will always have people needing to think about it and then disappearing out into the wild.